We're currently in a state where it feels like everybody thinks this thing peaked, right? Crypto gaming, it's dead. Nobody cares about it. I made a video on this during the bear market. We've had this channel for a long time. We essentially grew this channel during the bear market, other than the time that we said we sold our Axes, right? And so my thought here is we're in a very similar situation to what happened before, where gaming, it took the limelight for a bit, then people slept on it. People think that for the rest of the cycle, gaming didn't have, catalysts and, for example, Theta and Arena that took off for a bit. This is how you need to play crypto gaming. This may be a sober reminder, but you shouldn't be holding your cryptocurrencies forever. There are multiple metas that are beginning to spawn. There's the crypto airdrop meta. There's the low float meta. I'll be explaining that and more in this video. If you just kind of content, as always, like and subscribe. Trying to bring you guys pretty much what I'm thinking. Hopefully it makes you some money. Right now, the crypto gaming industry, it's worth $25 billion. I still think we're going to be over $100 billion by the end of the cycle. That would represent a, 4x gain in the total market cap of the crypto gaming industry. That's not even talking all these lower market cap coins. If immutable 10x's, then, I'm sure a lot of these other coins are going to do significantly better. You all know my stance on the airdrop meta. I do think that there are a lot of opportunities here for airdrops. And so I just kind of wanted to go over that because it feels like the people that get scarred during these times in crypto gaming are the people that buy into crypto plays for winter, essentially, right? They hold these because, people say, oh, but this can do this or this can do that, or maybe they did some research and they think that all of a sudden this is the best thing in the world. This couldn't be further from the truth. This may be the first crypto cycle where most creators and most people in the industry recognize that, let's say 99% of the crypto industry has no utility. That is just simple as that. It's just a bunch of people speculating on a bunch of degen coins. You can argue all day that crypto gaming has utility, and I agree that it absolutely does have utility. But as it stands, most of these crypto gaming tokens don't have products that are fully released. They might have a product that is an alpha or beta, maybe, whatever we're calling that these days, but it hasn't had any tangible user adoption. There aren't tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people playing this, other than maybe like Pixels Online or Big Time or some of these games. But 99% of these coins just don't have anything really to show for themselves. And that's the big problem that is plaguing the industry right now. I will be the first one to say I participate in pre-sales. I do get into pre-sales 100% because I believe that playing into trends is a lot stronger than playing against trends, trying to find new trends. It's so much easier to trade Bitcoin when it's going up in price and longing it rather than trying to put some kind of bearish put, right? If we're doing options, right, on something like Bitcoin. Like shorting Bitcoin when things are bullish is just not going to end well for you most of the time because betting against the trend usually just doesn't go well for people. And so I find the same logic to apply to crypto gaming. If you are getting into a crypto gaming coin, right, that hasn't even launched yet, and the meta is that these are supposed to be what was, 3 months ago was 500 mil FDV was the average for these plays. Now it's like 100 mil FDV is the, peak when these things launch. If you're getting into a pre-sale at a 20 mil FDV, what that represents, it's probably only at like a $1 million market cap, but when all the tokens come out, it'll be worth 20 million. That's a big problem. If you're getting into pre-sale, that's not a problem for you, but it's definitely a problem for the people that want to buy. And it might be a problem for you, but buying into pre-sales into the future, because you might make your money now, but who wants to buy a coin that still has 95% of their supply to go ahead and get unlocked in the next, 3 years? That's a ridiculous number. It's a ridiculous number. That's why these coins go down 95%. Because most of the time when most of the coins are being unlocked, it's during the worst time in crypto. Listen here. If all of the supply was unlocked during the bull market, it would be much easier to stomach the supply unlocks. But the problem we're having in crypto gaming right now is, I've looked into many different coins in this industry. Gaming has the longest vesting. That means that these investors, to get their money back, it takes the longest to unlock coins. And I participated in pre-sales for AI, RWA, DeFi, everything in between. And gaming has always had the longest vesting. And I thought initially that means that, okay, well, it's going to take the longest for coins to unlock, so that must be a good thing. because the longer it takes for the the market to go ahead and naturally absorb whatever sell pressure might come. But then my thinking also goes, wait a second, most of this is going to happen in the bear market. and that's a big problem, because if most of this is happening in the bear market when people are not wanting to buy crypto because it's a bear market, then it's gonna end up resulting in a 95+% decrease in the price of the average crypto gaming coin during a bear market. And so what do you take from this? Well, you take that we need to play these metas for what they are. You need to be taking profit on TGE. You need to be taking your initial investments out, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be holding crypto gaming coins in the bear market. You don't want to be holding any crypto in the bear market, but especially those coins that are unlocking a lot of the supply during this bear. We're not investing in Bitcoin. If this was Bitcoin, maybe we'd have an argument for you should be holding until 300K or whatever amount you want to call for a top this Bitcoin cycle. But gaming works different. Very clearly, these are utility coins. They're supposed to be used in the game. Most of you are not playing the game, and I understand. I played Nine Heroes, and I made this whole thread about how crypto gaming is fun in moderation, and how, there are a couple of problems here. But the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't matter what my win rate is on this game. People are just trading. They're speculators, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just what the meta is right now. People just aren't playing crypto games to earn a lot of money right now. People are playing parallel in a couple of these games, some of them are making a living off of it, but they're just not making enough for most people to take the risk to play these games. And it's because of this player liquidity issue. There's just not enough people playing crypto games, which makes sense, right? If there are less people playing crypto games, then there's less competition. If there's less competition, then there's less replayability, because there's less people you want to compete with to flex on. And so you're spending less money, because if there's less people to flex on, then you have less incentive to spend money to flex on people. Humans are very greedy people. They want to flex on each other. They are those people that go, you think, when I got into space initially, I thought that influencers, oh my God, they flex so much. The fake gurus are annoying. I don't want to deal with them. I would never be like that. But I quickly realized that the truth is, if most people were given the opportunity to flex, they would do it. Because if you see, when people go internationally, they go to whatever country they go to, they always flex like, oh, I'm living good. I went to Scotland. I went to Scotland. It was nice. Yeah. Everybody goes ahead and does it. And so the psychology applies to pretty much everything. It applies to crypto gaming airdrops. It applies to metas. And right now the meta is the low float meta pre-sales. If you can get into the pre-sale, then you're going to do pretty well most of the time until vesting changes. But you don't want to buy these tokens on secondary is pretty much what I'm getting at here. Because you could go ahead and spend all your money and buy, don't buy GameStop coin, guys, let's be honest. But you could buy, I don't know, Altura or, �WAGME or, all these coins. And some of these coins are awesome. I actually do like �WAGME. I do like Altura. But why would I buy Altura when I could buy a pre-sale and blank X my money? And then some of you are like, oh, but I can't get into pre-sales. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. But then some of you are like, oh, but I live in the US. And then I'm like, oh, well, you live in a country that is set up for failure for you. Sorry. It's supposed to protect you, but all it's protecting you is from generational wealth, which at that point, it's not a problem for me. It's just a problem with the industry, right? And so my thought process here is, if you are getting into crypto gaming right now, the best way to profit is by either doing these airdrops, which I think only the popular airdrops are going to be hyper profitable. For example, if you get into like the Nine Heroes one, for example, I think it's going to be good because it's going to be launching on Bybit the 21st, and that should be a pretty damn good FDV. Hopefully, $1, $2, Nine Heroes would be dope. Probably not going to be like that, but who knows? But the thing is, if you're trying to be like some guy that is out there saying, oh, I'm just going to hold my IMX coins for the next 2 years because it's the biggest crypto gaming coin and I'm going to make generational wealth, you're going to lose. Crypto's not an industry for people like you. It's not an industry for people that get into it, buy a coin, and then check back in 2 years. Maybe for Bitcoin. But even for Bitcoin, we have bear markets, right? You need to time this market. You need to be active in these markets. If you were given the opportunity to make $1 million off of $100,000, but you had to be hyper obsessive for the next year, would you do it? I guarantee most of you would do it if you knew it would have a result. But that's the thing about crypto. We have to be insane. We have to be cuckoo in the head to be able to think that we can make this happen. and actually execute on it. The confidence is immaculate. And that's why 99% of people will lose money in crypto. They don't have the confidence, and it's not your fault, right? There's different industries for different things. If you're not an active trader, if you're not someone that is constantly looking for trends and trading on these trends, then you probably shouldn't be in crypto. You should be in different industries. Crypto was not made for everyone. It's not an industry that's made for everyone. I have always thought that crypto is an industry that is worth fighting for and it's worth building on. And it's been great for me. It really has been great for me. And it's been great for many people in my immediate circle. But the thing is that it wasn't made for everyone. And so the problem with crypto gaming is gaming investors are very passive. And I think that's the biggest error that we have. They come from the traditional industry. You know, IMX, for example, has these grants programs that are, I feel like, primarily targeting some of these Web 2 games getting into Web 3 because they're curious. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people that are hyperactive, that are Web 3 degens, that understand the culture, that understand that we need to make this a token economy work or else we're screwed. That's what we're looking for. It's really who we're looking for. And those are the people that are going to make the generational wealth. Those are the people that are going to make the crypto games. I mean, we know 𝐂𝐫𝐲, he's probably a little cuckoo in the head. He's doing great. I love him, right? He has the personality to make this work. Man sacrificed everything to make Axie work, and he did it. So, you know, you got to be a little cuckoo. You got to be very hyper obsessive to make money in these markets. There are plenty of trends that are going to be profitable. But I'm not going to lie, you know, doing these tier lists and saying, oh, these 10 to 100x coins, they might do that. But at the end of the day, you need to follow trends in order to make money. We're not in the stock market. We're not doing yield farming treasury bonds. You know, we're not looking for 4 to 12% profits in a year, which is pretty good in the stock market. We're looking for 1,000% to 10,000% gains in a single year. And you're telling me that you don't expect extreme risk? You should expect everything to go to zero. If something can go up 10,000% in a single year, it sure as hell can go down 100% in a single year as well. Don't get upset if these coins do that. You should accept this risk and you should trade on the belief that every crypto coin will go to zero. That's how you should be trading every single day. You shouldn't be trading with the mindset that these crypto coins will be worth $30 trillion and that every single altcoin will do well. If you look at the ICO mania back in 2017 when all these new crypto coins came out, 99% of them are gone. They're gone. They went to zero. And if they didn't go to zero, they sure as hell haven't hit their all-time highs again. And now what that spells to you is you should understand what this is and what this means. And then you should apply it to everything in your life in crypto. We should be trading based on trends. We should be leaving when the trend ends. Unless you have, you know, millions of dollars and you've already made it and you don't care about being, you know, remotely profitable in X's, you know, if we're not going 10x, 100x gains. If you have $1 million, you don't need to have 1 million X gains, right? Like you're not looking for crazy gains. You're just looking to essentially protect your money. That's what you're looking to do. It's a different game at that point. Most of you, however, I'm sure, as I am still in this mission for generational wealth, are in this position where we need to find opportunities, inefficiencies in the market. And the inefficiencies come from time. Not everyone has time to be able to research into markets. And that's why you should be subscribed to this channel, because I do have time. I do this full time, right? Maybe I might share some alpha that could be useful for you. Who knows, right? At the end of the day, though, if you could take the time to learn about these inefficiencies in the markets, for example, on 𝐼𝑁, if you found a good squad, you got some 𝐼𝑁 tokens and you farmed it to the brim with all these different Twitch streams that were going on, giving out catnip codes, you probably are going to make a killing. Just like you're probably going to make a killing if you grind parallel and you're rank 1. It's inefficiencies in skill. If you're good at that, then you're going to make a ton of money. There are a lot of inefficiencies in the crypto markets, liquidity pools, arbitrage, so much. There's constantly inefficiencies in the markets, and that's why people are making money. If everyone was perfect in crypto, no one would make money. There's always inefficiencies in every capital market. In the stock market, there are inefficiencies. There's people that paper-handed Apple stock back in 2010. And guess what? Did that end well for them? Maybe if they use that capital for different things. Most people don't know. It didn't work out for them that well, did it? Apple stock went to trillions of dollars and they're doing pretty well for themselves. But it took those inefficiencies in the people selling to have made this opportunity. So before you go to your friends or your best friends and then go out there and be like, oh, but you know, like you should be getting into the crypto markets and putting all your money in 2 years, you'll be making your generational wealth. How about you actually tell them, unless you're willing to dedicate the time to this, just don't get into crypto. But if you're willing to dedicate the time to this and you're willing to dedicate the time to find trends, you're going to do well for yourself. So just a video I wanted to go over. I think people can make millions a cycle, as I will make millions a cycle off crypto gaming alone, you know, let alone the other trends. And that's because I understand this stuff, because I take the time to really get into the nitty gritty, to find trends and make this stuff work. Is every play going to work out? No, I've had plenty of plays just in the past month alone do poorly for me. Did I go and complain on X and say, oh, but this crypto gaming launch didn't go well, so I lost, you know, $40,000 this month on this. I hate this project. It's no at all. The fundamentals I understand. It's not going to always work out. That's the thing with crypto markets. It's going to do what it does, and you know, based on the listings, based on the fundamentals, there is some fundamental analysis to do with crypto. There is fundamental analysis to do with crypto. Yes, it's a speculative market, but it's also a pretty predictable speculative market in terms of like what people expect when they want to see certain levels. For example, you have a Binance listing, you're probably gonna get 1 billion FDV. Like that's a pretty simple one, right? Or maybe you got a Coinbase listing, yeah, you're probably like, I don't know, 500, 700 mil FDV. Bybit listing, maybe 100 mil, right? So those are some like levels for certain things. Obviously, it's not foolproof, and don't just use that as like some kind of rule book, but it's just rough levels for certain things, and you'll notice these patterns. Just track the listings for these projects. For example, Nyan, Love Monsters, some of these, and I want you to see the similarities in what they have: the investment cap table, the advisors, the listing partners, just some of those things. If you can piece them together over the course of like 100 launches on a data sheet on like Google Sheets, then you're going to learn a lot on how this industry works and how these launches tend to go as a result of this. And that kind of helps you with that fundamental analysis. At the end of the day, you know, this is all speculative and everything could go to zero tomorrow. But I have very high conviction in trend hopping. I have very high conviction in crypto gaming. I still think we have a lot of growth ahead of us. I do think that June is going to be a good month for crypto gaming because, and here I'll tell you why. Because I think that crypto gaming right now is going through a bit of a low period because the launches haven't been that attractive. But the thing is, last time we had that big craze in crypto gaming, it was off Portal Coin and it was off Mavia, which we went ahead and covered. You already know. And so when we got these launches that were on a low enough FDV so that when they launched, they had crazy X's, everyone was hyper bullish in crypto gaming. It was everywhere. So all we're looking for is an investment, right? A launch to happen in crypto gaming. It is at a low enough FDV, has enough X's to get the entire industry hyped up again. And then all of a sudden, everybody's a moon boy in crypto gaming again. It's not like anything changed, right? The only thing that changed is that the hype has moved to other industries because they're just waiting for crypto gaming to come back up. It's as simple as that. It's always been. So maybe you shouldn't force the crypto gaming trades while they're not hot right now. Maybe you should go to AIRWA, have some fun there. But when crypto gaming comes back, I need everybody here to be locked in because it's going to be a very exciting time in the crypto industry in June. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope this video was informational. Let me know if you would be interested in more videos like this where I'm kind of just rambling about the crypto industry. You want more targeted videos like here are the 5 cool coins that I'm looking at, blah, 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 and then just listicles. Let me know. Stay classy, and that's all.